Alright, so the right side is all back together. Now we'll go ahead and start taking apart this left side. Get that all cleaned up. And get it ready to come apart here. So we'll see what we find on this side. Hopefully we find something. So, alright. Over next door, Jared and Davey are working on getting this engine back together. And they're putting the injection pump on it right now. And it's slowly coming together. What else you do to this today? Put the cam in it today?
I put the front cover on.
Front cover?
Front structure.
Front structure itself. It's on the downhill slope now. The injection pump was all gone through. Did you get your injectors yet?
The nozzles, yeah, they're
nozzles.
In there. Someone's gonna hear you say injectors for a
And they're gonna get all upset.
engine with an inline pump, and they're gonna tell you how much they know.
Oh. Well, it's good they know something, right?
Yeah.
P&M diesel went all through that injection pump. So, yeah.
So.
Those reman ones are yours cleaned up?
No,
yours.
remans that got sent to Rochester Diesel. So.
You sent your old ones and they sent you back the same, or?
No, they're not the same. They sent them in, or I sent them in and they had to get new remans, if you want to call them that, and then they honed them out. So 30%, I don't know. They look the same, I guess, but
Yeah. All right. Bingo! Okay, so we have found our culprit. We've got brake material still left on the outside of this disc, but it is mucho gone on the inside, and it has not been like this that long. The piston, which is still on the tractor, that is mucho shot. We've got all kinds of brake material here. Still up on it, yeah. So we're really not sure what happened, other than it does look like that piston is retracted in all the way. So I don't think we've got a problem with the piston sticking at all. But again, usually if something like that happens, you can feel a drag. So we got metal to metal. And to be honest with you, I think we only plugged like one filter on this. It was, I think it was the last day of planting corn. I had to put a filter on it. And I said, well, maybe it just required one because it'd been running the corn planter and whatever like that. And then I think you baled hay with it one day or something, then it tripped the code on Andrew or something, right? Straw, found straw. So we said, well, we don't want a chance getting us too far out of town. So we took it off the baler and parked it. And we used the 8110 and the 7290. And I popped that other side apart because if I remember right, last time around that right hand side was the bad one. So we'll go ahead and pluck this piston out of here. Maybe we'll see if we can't use this drip pan. A lot of oil is still in behind that piston, so that's why we didn't lose a lot of oil on that other side, is because we didn't pull the piston out. So we'll get this unit here backed out of the way, pluck that piston out of there, start the cleanup process, and then we'll reassemble everything here. Manure pumps and rebuilds and crawlers, and I didn't know that's all they were. I thought it was like a 10-step program. Alright, so we've got the piston removed, and then all there is an O-ring on this outer lip here. Then there's another one on the inner lip. So when you go to apply your brakes, brake oil or the hydraulic pressure comes in through this line, comes down into here, or is that the return? Oh yeah, comes down in through there, comes in through here, and then the oil gets in behind that round disc, and it pushes that disc out, squeezing it. That's the piston there, squeezing it up against the brake disc, and that pushes over against the actual pressure plate that's up against the outside there. And all that is spinning, of course, so the brake disc is actually hooked onto this shaft. This is hooked to the axle, and then that slows the axle down. So what we're going to do now is we are going to split this gear ring from the differential housing. We're going to get that cleaned up, apply new sealant to it, get our piston O-rings installed, get all that cleaned up, get this surface area cleaned, apply sealant to it, put our new parts in, and then finagle the unit back together. Probably before I do that, I should pull this sump line off here and pull the sump filter out. We're going to actually do that next. As long as I have this beautiful splash pan underneath the tractor. We spilled a minimal amount of oil. Usually we are working in hydraulic oil here. And it seems like when you're prepared for a mess, you don't have one. And when you aren't prepared and want a minimal mess, you end up with a big one. So we'll get things cleaned up. We'll pull that sump filter out. We'll show you what that looks like. And then we'll get this ready to go back together. Some nice mucho material. So we got that line off. I just gotta try to get this guy out of here. I took the cap off the other side yesterday. I should have left it off. Maybe I would have been able to pull it out. There it goes. Come on, baby. There's just enough grit. Oh, look at that, huh? All of it. All of it. There's all of our brake pads. Most of it together. Alright, what's our cavity look like here? Oh, that's got a lot of gunk in it. Okay, so this is the amount of gunk right here that was in this general area right when we pulled the sump screen out. We'll kind of show you what this cavity looks like here. So this is the bottom of the differential housing, and you can change this filter. Well, you have to have the oil removed, but that's what that looks like in there. And I've got more stuff in there. I'm gonna have to go in there with a magnet and dig all that stuff out. I've got more in there than what I thought. So let's clean that out a little better. Something must have had that break on, only did it lock both together.
We like to turn left tires.
Probably way.
Disappear again?
I thought outside. And where is that other forklift?
Colton grabbed it earlier.
Got this guy all oiled nicely.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I'll install that.
Put it right on
You
there.
got your skid steer all together.
Yeah, that's all set in. All greased. Are they shipping free oil or do you? Oh, you have to get sell oil.
Take that oil there and pour it into a bucket.
Yeah, a paint can. That'd be perfect.
Well, that is just about gonna put the wraps on this job. I ended up draining the oil out of the transmission, and I drained the oil out of the ILS, the front suspension. It was about 7 gallons that we took out of the transmission, and we took out about 4 in that ILS front end. Now I'll dump a little bit of this oil from one bucket to another here, and you can kind of see the gray in the oil. That is all of the metallic from the piston coming together with the inner part of that brake pad, brake disc. So we'll get it full of hydraulic oil. This tractor, I think, needs a service too. I've got to look at the hours on it. One thing that I have not replaced yet, and that is the hydraulic filter. You might be asking, why haven't you changed that yet? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to run this for about an hour, a short hour, and then we'll pop the filter out and put a new one in. I just want to get a little more life out of that filter that's in there. If I recall, them filters are right around $100. So we'll get new oil pumped in and run it some, then drop the engine oil out of it, and if it needs an oil change, then we can get this hooked onto the grain drill. So we have the 8320R all put back together, and that's going to wrap that job up. And as soon as it gets done raining here, maybe we'll be able to put some seedings in the ground. We've got it hooked on the grain drill. Sarge is changing out a couple of tires here now. Just changing out one and going to put a tube in the other one. So that will do it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll catch you at the next one. Hey, flip that over. Put that other side of the rim in first, but you're almost on. All right.